I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program. We're like sisters. It was instant friends as soon as I came here. Every year, the seniors get to pick places where we want to go for a tournament. So we've been to California, Colorado, Boston, and it's just been a fun experience because not only do we play volleyball, we also get to do touristy types of things. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close.
Please rise and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our first semifinal contest today features the home team on the scoreboard, the Millikin University Big Blue, and the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Carthage College Lady Reds. Let's meet today's starting lineups first for Carthage. Starting at libero, number 1, Hannah Cahoon. Number 9, Karen Shin. Number 11, right side hitter, Rachel Fields. And outside hitter, number 12, Emily Hireman. Middle blocker, number 18, Bria Haley. And middle blocker, number 24, Stephanie Romanowski. And defensive specialist, number 27, Cassidy Cooper. Carthage is coached by Leanne Ulmer. And now, the starting lineups for the Millikin University Big Blue. At middle hitter, number 5, Kelsey Tuckington. At center, number 6, Emily Mahawkinen. The defensive specialist, number 8, Gina Mancuso. The defensive specialist, number 11, Brittany George. Middle hitter, number 13, Audrey Krajek. Middle hitter, number 14, Jay Becker. And middle hitter, number 21, Erica Wilson. The Big Blue are coached by Debbie Kick. Our officials for this afternoon's contest.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It might be a year later, but the teams have not changed. It's the CCIW Volleyball Tournament, once again hosted by Elmhurst College. Same 4 programs that competed a season ago. The seeds have been juggled a little bit. Match number 1 features the 2-seed Millikin and the 3-seed Carthage. Our second contest, scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, will feature Elmhurst, the host and top seed, and 4th seeded Wheaton. Looking at the CCIW volleyball tournament a season ago, Wheaton upset Carthage in the 3 versus 2 showdown, and Elmhurst bested Millikin in straight sets. Elmhurst went on to down Wheaton to advance to the NCAA championships, which will again be announced this weekend. Millikin second in the CCIW all-time in tournament history with a 52-40 record, .565 winning percentage. Carthage sitting 5th at 47 and 44. The Lady Reds last won the CCIW championship in 2011. They were a very dominant program from 2006 on, winning titles in 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010, and 2011 as well. It'll be Carthage opening on serve as we get started on this Friday evening. Millikin handles, sets up the first attempt for Audrey Krajek. Kept out by Cassidy Cooper in the back row. Emily Hireman has an opportunity. Here's Krajek again over the top. Hireman deep, dug out a nice rally to start. Millikin able to knock it over. Off the tape and dropping down. A little friendly break there for Rachel Fields, opening the scoring today. I'm Tim Calderwood with you on Blue Jay TV. A busy weekend for you here on Blue Jay TV. We'll have the championship match of this CCIW volleyball tournament tomorrow as an ace hands Carthage the 2-0 lead. Also on the docket, Elmhurst College football tomorrow. They play Carthage at 1 o'clock. So as I mentioned, a very busy weekend for us here at Blue Jay TV, and we're glad that you've joined us for the time being. Millikin looking for their first points. Audrey Krajek has a go again. She's been the primary target early on. And Carthage opens a 3-0 lead. Shouldn't be surprised with Krajek as the solid target, because on the season she owns 679 kills. That is way more than anybody else for Millikin. And there's the first point. Krajek, in fact, was the CCIW's leader in kills this year, with 137 in CCIW play. First serve for the Big Blue. And Carthage quickly records the side out. Karen Chin to serve. Advancing is Hireman off the fingertips. Now it's Krajek again. Did it catch in? Yes. Right into the back corner. Officials for this one, Joe Gustafson and Paul Vanek. Gustafson in the chair. Emily Mahalkinen serving. Swooping in to keep it off of the floor as well. Sarah Shoemaker serving. From the middle, too much on the attempt. That was Sarah Travis. And Millikin able to drop it in. Molly Facer digs it out. Travis with an opportunity. Carthage utilizing the other side, and Staudinger. There's a dump. Rachel Fields to the back row. Fields will try again. Hit the antenna. Chance for Millikin to try and come back here in this first set. Debbie Kick, head coach of the Big Blue. Leanne Ulmer leads Carthage. Both have been at their respective programs for quite some time. Millikin has been pretty solid of late as well. Big Blue came here to Elmhurst on Tuesday night, unbeaten in CCIW play. The winner would claim the championship and host the tournament. That, of course, was Elmhurst, but in 4 extremely competitive sets. Millikin claimed the CCIW Volleyball Championship in 2010, finishing an unblemished 7-0. But could not back it up in the CCIW tournament, as they were ousted in the first round by Wheaton in the semis. On their home floor, no less. That's long. And it's Millikin with the lead for the first time. Long serving run here for Audrey Krajak, a junior from West Salem, Illinois. For the most part, this Millikin team pretty young as well. Krajak just a junior. They have only 2 seniors. This is one, Miranda Cordy. Fields advances, missed it wide. Leanne Ulmer may need a timeout, and she takes it. It was 6-2 Carthage. From that point on, Millikin has struck for 6 consecutive points, prompting the timeout. This is the CCIW Volleyball Tournament on Blue Jay TV. Timeout Carthage. The Lady Reds were in front in this matchup, 6-2. But Millikin has struck for 6 straight points on a long serving run from Audrey Krajak. Krajak still at it for the Big Blue. Fields steps up, and Millikin able to scramble and recover momentarily. Good coverage by the Big Blue. Here's Fields again, and wide. Numbers so far, Millikin hitting .250, 5 kills against 1 error on 16 swings. Audrey Krajak is the leader with 3 kills. Rachel Fields owns 2 for Carthage, but that was her 4th error of the first set as well. Deep serve from Krajak. They'll rotate away from Fields. Trying Stoudinger. And Cordy with an idea. Another timeout for Carthage. All right. That is 2 very quick timeouts, and Leanne Ulmer opting to lecture her squad on that Carthage sideline. First set, 10-6 Millikin on Blue Jay TV. So Carthage took 2 timeouts in the span of 2 points. Millikin has struck for 8 straight here in the first. Stoudinger will try and end it. And in the middle, a big swing from Kelsey Talkington. Kelsey Talkington, the freshman from North Aurora. Talkington, 148 kills on the season, an emerging threat, and that was touched. So finally, Carthage records the side out. But not before Millikin uses 9 consecutive points to grab the lead here in the first set. Hannah Cahoon serving. Talkington has a go in the middle. Up front, a little miscommunication, but it'll be Cahoon who just steers it across. Millikin tries right side. Sarah Travis fields off the fingertips, and Fields delivers. Coaches from both Elmhurst and Millikin watching intently. 11-8 in the first set. That's short. Nice diving dig coming from Karen Chin. Cordy converts. And Miranda Cord with 325 kills this season for a team that led the CCIW in hitting percentage through all contests. 261, second specifically in CCIW play at 267. An ace, Erica Wilson, the freshman libero out of Metamora. With another ace. Wowzers. Millikin was third in the CCIW in aces during the season. Emily Mahalkinen was the only player from the Big Blue in the top 10 in the CCIW in that department. And that was a big swing coming off the paw of Stoudinger, one of the seniors for Carthage. Carthage with 3 seniors on the roster. Stoudinger, one of those. She's serving as well. Millikin will try and set it up. Denied. Perhaps Carthage has awoken. Bria Haley, Karen Chin combine on the stuff. And a serving error. It's the first from either side. Substitutions each way. Gina Mancuso comes on for Millikin. It's Mancuso serving as well. And an ace for her. The third for Millikin. Have a set Big Blue after that tough start. They have outscored Carthage 14-4. Since a 6-2 early Carthage lead here in the first. Fields coming cross court. She's denied. Millikin scrambles. Good presence at the net. Court off the fingertips. Ready for it again. Backing up is Cahoon. Here comes Fields. Dug out of there by Wilson. Cassidy Cooper retreats. Carthage zings it over. Back set and down. Jade Becker, the junior middle hitter. Gina Mancuso serving. And into the net. 17-11 here in the opening set. It's the CCIW Volleyball Tournament semifinals. This time tomorrow we'll commence the championship match, which will determine what program represents the CCIW automatically in the NCAA tournaments. Set backwards towards Becker. Krajek from the back row, a bit too long. And a bouncer that falls in. Brittany Truer comes on for Millikin. Millikin 26-10, Carthage 24-13. All four teams who are here would like to think they have the possibility at some postseason play, whether or not they win the tournament. But of course, reaching that championship match is pivotal towards any potential hopes. It's 18-13 with Bria Haley stepping back. And Haley flips over the ace. Make it two in a row. Krajek connects. Of course, ultimately, whether or not you have an opportunity to move on depends completely upon your regional ranking. Millikin is 7th in the Midwest region. Emily Hireman down Main Street. Elmhurst, number 1, will see the host Blue Jays in the second semifinal tonight. Wisconsin Stevens Point, Chicago, Wisconsin Eau Claire, Wisconsin Whitewater, and Cornell before Millikin. Krajek off the top. A back set towards Stoudinger. Karen Chin on serve. Taking a look at Carthage this year, who they've played, who they've beaten. Took down Wisconsin Whitewater on August 30th, but then lost on September 11th to Wisconsin Whitewater. 4-set win, 5-set defeat. CCIW losses for Carthage, just 2 of those. To Elmhurst back on October 2nd, to Millikin in Decatur October 15th in 5 sets. Was it touched? No. Talking about regional rankings, Carthage lost to Chicago in 4 sets at Benedictine on November 2nd. Krajek scrambles, but it ends up 3 rows deep. And the Lady Reds hanging around here in the first. Sarah Shoemaker enters. Carthage positions, it goes over, and is waiting for Sarah Travis. Krajek able to dig it out. A short attempt from Travis. Here's Fields, vaulting ahead. Kept off the floor by Wilson. Wrapped around by Court. Fields tries again. And that's off the block. Sarah Travis with the kill for the Big Blue. That is her third of the opening set. It's 23-18 Millikin. Fields with a free ball, and it's waiting. Pounded home by Kelsey Talkington. And a set point for the Big Blue. Right at Fields. They'll set it back to Staudinger, and she'll drop it in. Hannah Cahoon looking to keep the first set alive. Another set point for Millikin. And it's ended. Kelsey Talkington hands Millikin the first set here at Elmhurst. 25-19 in the opener of the CCIW tournament today. Set number 2 comes your way in a bit on Blue Jay TV. CCIW Volleyball Tournament semifinals. First set in the books. Millikin 25, Carthage 19. Let's take a look inside the numbers. Millikin with a hitting percentage over 300. 16 kills, 3 errors, 43 swings. Carthage at 179. 3 kills each from Ann Staudinger, Stephanie Romanowski, Emily Heyerman, and Rachel Fields on the Carthage side. For the Big Blue, Kelsey Talkington with 3, along with Miranda Court and Sarah Travis. Audrey Krajak, match high 5. Emily Mahalkinen with 12 assists. Defensively, Audrey Krajak and Erica Wilson with 5 digs apiece. That's on the Big Blue side. For Carthage, Karen Chin owns 11 assists. Hannah Cahoon with 6 digs. And it was tipped, so Carthage opens the scoring here in the second. Leanne Ulmer was very displeased with what she saw from her team early in that first set. The Lady Reds jumped out strong, had a 6-2 advantage, and then allowed Millikin to score 8 consecutive points and take control. During that 8-point sequence, Ulmer spent 2 timeouts, both of those timeouts in the first set. Didn't leave her with much, but Carthage did make a rally. Here's Krajak on the left edge. Tucks it in. Back set towards Romanowski. And now targeted for the corner on the set attempt. Fields up on top of the basketball hoop. Rolling. Carthage adjusts. And it's shoved over by Romanowski. Here's Krajak retreating. Romanowski found a spot. Stephanie Romanowski with 4 kills on 4 attempts in the matchup today. 2-1 Carthage with the lead. Sarah Shoemaker on serve. And an ace for the Lady Reds. Each team with 3 aces in the opening set. Shoemaker with a dinger. Set over. Here's Fields. Hit the antenna. Emily Mahalkinen serving. And off the antenna there. But first off the block and into the pole. Carthage doubling up Millikin here in the first. And Krajak powers it home. 7 kills for Krajak here in this first matchup of the day. And an ace for Krajak. All even at 4 aside. Haley had an opportunity. And pounded home by Sarah Travis. Travis with 4 kills for the Big Blue. That was her 10th swing of the evening. Stoudinger, too much. In the air. Fields twists it in. Well, we ran you through Carthage and some of the schedule that they have played this season. A lot of matchups for Carthage against the Iowa Conference, which is perennially strong in volleyball as well. How about for Millikin? 6-1 marker in the CCIW with a lone loss coming here to Elmhurst on Tuesday night. In fact, the Big Blue come into this contest having dropped the last 2 affairs, although to a couple of very strong programs in Wisconsin Eau Claire and Elmhurst, during which the Big Blue have won a combined total of just 1 set. That was here Tuesday night. Those back-to-back defeats stopped a long winning streak. Big Blue had won 13 straight before the loss to Eau Claire. Took perennial power Washington University to the wire down in St. Louis, dropping a 5-set decision. They also lost to Eau Claire at that event. (7-6) Millikin, and an ace for Carthage to knot it up. Rachel Fields with an aggressive serve. And it's connected on by Jade Becker. Gina Mancuso serving. Right down Broadway, Chin sets up the left edge, and it never made it over. And just a glancing of the pole. Knots it up yet again, 9 aside. Good service. Spun its way across and fell out. Lady Reds looking for the lead. Bria Haley. From the set spot denied. Stephanie Romanowski, 6'4" in the middle for Carthage. Tough to miss her. Carthage back in front as we play back and forth here in the second. Jade Becker connects. That's the 4th for Becker tonight. 10 apiece. Brittany Truer serving. Up on it is Hireman. Mancuso retreats. Here's Krajek. Set across. Becker has a go. Short once again, punched over and never made it across. The Lady Reds back in front. Semifinal number 2 scheduled for a 7 o'clock start this evening. It'll be Elmhurst and Wheaton. That's the 1 seed and the 4 seed. Now in the past, the CCIW tournament essentially had a play-in game on Tuesday to make it to the weekend. This year they made it so that every team had to qualify, the top 4 only making it onward. Krajek, airborne. Chin calls it out. And a stuff. Guess who? Romanowski, Hireman there as well. Krajek down the line. Ends the run. Pekarachki serving. Chance to tie it up again here in the second. Millikin up a set. And the net presence of the big blue. Krajek leading the way. Millikin was there to help as well. Tied once again here in the second. Aggressively, Hireman connects. Kept out of there by Cahoon. Denial. Fields advances and plays it off the fingertips. Pretty short serve. Big blue recover though. Carthage with a miscue. Fields tries to punch it over. Krajek backs up. Diving towards the scorer's table and landing behind. With authority, and Staudinger. Krajek. Miss it. Timeout Millikin, the first one taken of the evening. 16-13, Carthage leads in the second on Blue Jay TV. (16-13) in the second. Carthage with the lead, trying to knot this contest up. After Millikin captured the opening set. Millikin was thinking about serving. Referee right there said no. Cahoon still serving. Here's Krajek. Connecting. And a misfire. (17-14) the lead. settling underneath his court with a side out. Jade Becker returns for the Big Blue. On serve is Erica Wilson. Coming near us. Timeout, Carthage. 17-16, Lady Reds lead in the second on Blue Jay TV. Second set, 17-16 Carthage. It's been back and forth throughout this second. Millikin looking to knot it up again. It's a free ball. And in the center, Haley had an opportunity. And Haley involved in the block with Fields. Side out, back to Carthage. Fields able to dig it out. Off the block. Coming short, Haley mistimed the block attempt, and it ends up falling for Millikin. We look right now at our matchup. 10 kills for Audrey Krajak leading the way. It's on the Big Blue side. Emily Hireman with 6 for Carthage. A lot of balance throughout on the Carthage side. Chin sets up Fields. Long. And an error. Sets up for court, drops in. Good location, back corner. All even. Here's Hireman. And just like that, Millikin puts themselves in position potentially to take a 2-0 lead. They're building momentum here in the second, and a timeout for Carthage as we break. This is the CCIW Volleyball Tournament semifinal. Out of the timeout, Millikin serving. Brittany Truer. Hireman to the back row. Here's Krajek. Chin sets it up. Krajek waiting again. And problems on the set for Carthage, a double hit called. Chin feeds Hireman, splits the defense. Chance for Carthage to tie. Here's Krajek again. Wide, we are even. Krajek waiting. Good coverage from Cahoon, who's been there the last couple of attempts. Krajek fires. And it's Millikin back in front. A dump from the set spot, knots it again. And a drop. Big point coming. Fields advances. Coming back at Travis. And a set issue for Millikin. Evens it at 23 with Carthage on serve. So Carthage had a huge setting problem moments ago. Led to Millikin taking the lead. Now a Millikin set miscue evens it up. Knocked off the antenna, which means it is a set point for Carthage. But first, a timeout, 24-23 on Blue Jay TV. Set point for Carthage out of the timeout. Hannah Cahoon sizing it up. Awaits the ready. Good recovery. Krajek over the top. And a dump will knot it up. Now it's a battle of 2 points here in the second. Stoutinger trying left side. And the Carthage bench thought it was out, but the linesman said it was tipped. And Ulmer looking for an explanation, and now it's set point for Millikin to go up 2. And an error leads to the side out. Here's Fields, blocked, back over and blocked again. Fields all by herself, denied Sarah Travis. From set point one way to set point the other. Chin feeds Fields. Travis able to wrap it around. And Millikin cannot recover. Carthage has tied this match up a set apiece. Very entertaining second, 27-25. Carthage with the victory. And we'll play on to the third tonight. This is the CCIW Volleyball Tournament on Blue Jay TV. Dramatic second set. It's produced an even contest, 1 set apiece. From Elmhurst College on this Friday evening, I'm Tim Calderwood. CCIW Volleyball Tournament Semifinals. Winner of this matchup receives the winner of our nightcap, Elmhurst and Wheaton, playing for the right to advance to the NCAA Championship Tournament. Championship match is tomorrow afternoon. Carthage opens the third set on serve. And a short attempt from Hireman falls in. Emily Hireman with 7 kills for Carthage, leading the way. Audrey Krajak, 11 for Millikin. And the Big Blue scamper. It's a 2-0 lead for Carthage. Both teams are in white today. And a friendly roll off of the set, which ended up sneaking over. Set back towards Beckler, who just kind of eased it across. Here's Krajak, just in against the line. First point for Millikin. Jump ball. And Talkington and Krajak there at the screen to tie it up. To Carthage with the advantage. Karen Chin, deep serve, backing up Wilson. Millikin scrambles a touch, but Krajak still able to wrap it around. Here's Stoudinger, right in. That's wide. This is starting similar to the way the first set opened for Carthage. (6-2), the identical score for Carthage in the first, before Millikin strung together 8 consecutive points. A deep serve again. Maybe that's been the approach for Carthage. Good recovery, though, by the Big Blue, and it drops. Trying to go deep on it. (7-3). Yeah, that's long. Timeout Millikin trying to regroup in the third. It's 8-3 Carthage on Blue Jay TV. So Carthage out to a strong start in the third. As the third seed, Carthage looking to take down second-seeded Millikin. Lady Reds scramble. They just kind of ping-ponged its way around for a touch. Eight, 4. And an ace for the Big Blue. Fields off the block. Millikin able to recover momentarily. Try on the other side, and Stoudinger was there. Nine, 6. Stoudinger tucks it in. Just a bit too much from Jade Becker. And that's in. Millikin attempting to rally here in the third. And Carthage catch him sleeping. And it's Millikin making all sorts of miscues here in this third set. Cahoon with a diving dig. Hireman smacks it over. Back row coverage. Court, deep. Cahoon probably should have let it go. But the kill for the Big Blue. Fields. Here's Krajek settling underneath. Cahoon again. Really, her presence has been a huge reason why Carthage has improved from that first set on. Cahoon second in the CCIW in digs per set. As it ends up dropping. Cahoon with 15 digs officially right now. That's a match high. Truer on serve. Hireman snuffed out. Now it's Krajek, and Krajek connects. 15 kills for Audrey Krajek. Serving error. Krajek right up against the line. Leanne Ulmer disagrees on the Carthage bench. Stephanie Romanowski, whose name we haven't mentioned in a while. And a block. Romanowski there along with Hireman. 16-12 Carthage. Serving error. 3 errors for Carthage on serve, 3 errors for Millikin on serve as well. That found a hole. Sarah Shoemaker serving. Off the antenna. Carthage in control here in the third. Good coverage by guess who? Cahoon. Cahoon tries to set it up this time for Staudinger. Here's Krajek at the screen. And Krajek records the side out for Millikin. Krajek serving as well. Here comes Fields. Off the top. Wilson to her knees. Wilson in the air to Travis. Here's Staudinger. Shoved across. Romanowski partially blocked. And Krajek from the back row. Fields never made it over. Millikin garnering momentum and Carthage spending a timeout. Third set, 18-16 in the CCIW Volleyball Tournament on Blue Jay TV. 18-16 in the third set. Carthage with a lead, trying to jump up a set, but some momentum turning here. Audrey Krajak serving and long out of the timeout. So potentially one of the reasons why you take the timeout, just to break up that momentum ever so slightly. Set up in the middle and connected by Kelsey Talkington. 19-17 Carthage. Bria Haley in on the act for the Lady Reds. That was just wide on the attempt. Court. Fields. Deep. And Fields makes it 21-17. And an ace. Timeout Millikin. 22-17 Carthage leads in the third on Blue Jay TV. Timeout for Millikin as Carthage looking to take a 2-1 advantage. Lady Reds on serve. And Sarah Travis with the big point for Millikin. Millikin the 2 seed, Carthage the 3 seed. These teams met on October 15th in Decatur. It was a 5-set win for Millikin. What will happen on a neutral floor in the CCIW tournament with both teams' seasons on the line? Here's Fields. Off the block. Millikin recovers, but fingertips and palm on the set. (23-18). Side out for Millikin. Jade Becker. (23-19). A point for Carthage would lead to a set point. Here's Hireman. Krajak into the back row. Cassidy Cooper on the scene. Jump ball a couple times. It's still live. And a double hit on Millikin. So set point upcoming. Krajak keeps it alive for the time being. Free ball, tipped over. Cooper in the air, Fields backs up. Here's Krajak again, and right at the feet of Fields. Millikin is not finished yet. Molly Facer serving, still a set point for Carthage. Good spot. Hireman put it in to end it. Carthage has won back-to-back sets here in the CCIW tournament after dropping the opener. The Lady Reds will look to advance to the championship match tomorrow when we return on Blue Jay TV. And so we move on to the fourth set in the first CCIW Volleyball Tournament semifinal. Victor here will move on to the championship match tomorrow. Millikin won the opening set 25-19. But Carthage has claimed back-to-backers 27-25 and 25-21. Now back in the second set, Millikin had an opportunity to close out. They had set point at one opportunity against Carthage. It would have put the Big Blue up 2 sets. It was very tight, as you can tell by the 27-25 score in the second. Numbers fairly equal right now. Carthage hitting .226, Millikin at .215. Big Blue do have 47 kills, but the difference has been the net presence of Carthage, 6 blocks compared to 2. Emily Hireman pacing Carthage, 11 kills, and Stoudinger with 9. Carthage has the first opportunity on offense, and it's Hireman who delivers. Audrey Krajak owns a match-high 20 kills to lead Millikin. Karen Chin with 30 assists. Hannah Cahoon, 18 digs for Carthage. Stephanie Romanowski with 3 blocks and 6 kills to her credit as well. And she's involved on a block here. As Millikin called for being in the net, there was some confusion as to who actually scored that point. I saw the down official immediately signaling to Carthage. Emily Mahalkanen with 39 assists. Brittany Truer with 11 digs, pacing Millikin. The Big Blue are regionally ranked. But Carthage has all the momentum early. Wide as Jade Becker allows Millikin to scratch the scoreboard here in the fourth set. Molly Facer serving. And authoritatively, Carthage responds. A big swing to respond from Kelsey Talkington. Look what I found. Kelsey Talkington. And it's coming back at Stoudinger and falling. Remember, we talked about net presence being a big reason why Carthage had been able to win those back-to-back sets. Well, it's Millikin showcasing some net presence here early in the fourth. All even. A little miscommunication for Millikin, and it continues. As seemingly everyone on the floor thought someone else was going to take the opportunity. Krajak with a big one. And it'll fall in for Carthage. And Stoudinger serving for Carthage. Up 6-5 here in the fourth. Court coming back at you. Trying again. Able to wind it over towards Shoemaker. Here's Fields seeking an opening, but diving was Wilson. Chin has a go. Court ready again. And contact with the nets. serving error. Fields. Wide. All even here in the fourth. Erica Wilson, the freshman libero, serving. Fields off the block. Cooper will just set across. Here's Court off the block as well. Travis utilizing fingertips. Fields over the top, and Fields was able to finesse it around. And an error will knot this up. An ace for the Big Blue. Chin sets it up towards Hireman. Krajek from the back row. And Carthage never recovers. Big side out for the Lady Reds. Bria Haley. Bingo for Jade Becker. Backing up. And connected home by Stephanie Romanowski. That'll fall. Krajek off the top, back over. Waiting was Jade Becker. Hireman off the fingertips. Should we be surprised that it is tight? I don't think so. Long. And an ace. Good net presence by Carthage. Krajek able to clear it this time. Here comes Fields. Dug out in the back row. Eased over. Nice rally brewing. Here's Fields. Dropping it in. Timeout Millikin, 15-12. Carthage leads in the fourth as the Lady Reds try and move on to the CCIW championship match tomorrow. This is Blue Jay TV. Carthage looking to move on and avenge a 5-set defeat on the road earlier this year. In the fourth set, Lady Reds leading up 2-1. Emily Hireman, 14 kills, and Staudinger, 10 for Carthage. As I've mentioned more than once, perhaps the biggest difference in this matchup has been defense. Hannah Cahoon, who had yet another dig moments ago, she's now at 24. And also the net presence. Audrey Krajek owns 23 kills for the Big Blue. She had over 600 during the regular season. Back nearly 700. She's closing in on 700 total because of her marker today. If you're wondering what might happen with the second match if this one continues, we are scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. There is an auxiliary area set up for teams to warm up. So I don't think it'll be too affected. Hannah Cahoon, the junior from Watertown, Wisconsin, on serve. Krajek advances, and Krajek connects. Big swing from Staudinger. Carthage has been able to use both the left and right sides. Off the fingertips, falling in. Cassidy Cooper returns. Coming back across. Travis to the back row. Shoemaker helps out. Coming back at Fields. A stuff from Haley at the screen. over. Redirected. Chin to the back corner. And a point for Millikin. Timeout, Carthage. 17-16 in the fourth. This is the CCIW Volleyball Tournament on Blue Jay TV. (17-16). Carthage leads in the fourth set as the Lady Reds try and finish this semifinal matchup. Erica Wilson serving out of the stoppage for the Big Blue. Fairly deep. Cahoon receives. Onward is Fields. Set up in the middle. There's Cahoon defensively again. Fields to the back row. Court denied. Bria Haley combines with Karen Chin. Court over the top, and Carthage over the top. Short serve. Set back to Haley. Kept off the floor. And Court has knotted this one up. 18 apiece. My goodness. Hireman off the fingertips. A lift. Knotted yet again. Long serve. Splitting the seam, Jade Becker. Hireman kept alive. Krajek in. Leanne Ulmer was asking for the up official to overrule. And we've got a timeout. 21-20, Millikin on top. The Big Blue looking to force a decisive 5th set tonight on Blue Jay TV. Big point upcoming, 21-20, Millikin with the lead. Trying to keep this matchup moving onward. And it's put down by Stephanie Romanowski. 21 apiece. Fields drops it in, and Carthage has the lead. There are quite a few Carthage fans in the house, some of whom are standing right now here at Elmhurst in the CCIW Volleyball Tournament. Krajek, no, it was blocked. Romanowski combines with Stoudinger. Timeout, Millikin, 23-21, Carthage in the 4th on Blue Jay TV. Carthage on serve, up 23-21 in the 4th. The Lady Reds with a 2-1 lead. Trying to avenge an earlier loss to Millikin. Carthage is the 3 seed, Millikin the 2 seed in the CCIW tournaments. Krajek over the top. And a big swing from Stoudinger, somehow kept off of the floor. Shoemaker covers. Here's Fields. Punched across. Krajek again, blocked, just out. Chin and Stoudinger on the outer edge of the line, 22-23. Limahokinen serving. Freshman setter from Willowbrook. And it's blocked. We are even at 23 aside. My goodness. Big point here. Fields. Set back towards Stoudinger. Now it's Krajek. And set point for the Big Blue. And an ace will extend this match. To the 5th we go in the CCIW tournament. We'll have it for you in moments on Blue Jay TV. To the 5th set we go. All even. 2 sets apiece. The CCIW tournament. 2-seed Millikin, 3-seed Carthage. Millikin will open on serve. Winner moves on to meet the winner of Elmhurst and Wheaton, scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. First point of the 5th belongs to Carthage. Emily Hireman. Carthage hitting .238 for the match. Millikin at .229. Hireman with 16 kills and Staudinger with 12. Audrey Krajek with 27 to lead Millikin. And we are now even. When is the last time Millikin played a 5-set contest? Guess who they faced? Well, it was Carthage on October 15th. A 5-set victory down in Decatur. That's the last 5-set matchup for Millikin. Big Blue finished 6-1 in the CCIW. Carthage was 5-2. And Carthage takes a 2-1 lead. The last 5-set matchup for Carthage, well, that was also on October 15th against Millikin. Carthage had won their last 2 contests in 3 sets over Benedictine in the Eagle Classic last weekend and over Wheaton as well. 3-1 Carthage. Now a difference to note for you in the 5th set. It's to 15 points rather than 25. Long. Over. Setback. Krajek missed it. 5-1. Timeout Millikin. 5th set in the CCIW tournament. We've got it for you on Blue Jay TV. Timeout for Millikin here in the 5th set. Carthage has come out blazing. Sarah Shoemaker serving. Over. Here's Krajek. Coming back at you. In the back row, it's knocked across by Truer. Cahoon sets it up for Staudinger. Back across again, and that was out. A late decision by Millikin to let it fall. Fields to the back row. Krajek, long. Side out, back to Carthage. Drops in. Six, 3. Krajek on serve as well. And an ace. Fields off a block. Stoudinger attacks. Ping-ponged around and a double hit. And a side out thanks to Sarah Travis. Fields over, and Haley found a spot. We'll switch sides here in the 5th. Eight-5 is the count. Carthage with the advantage. A back set, and Travis again puts it home. Travis departs. She's in double-figure kills with 10. Jade Becker owns 12 for Millikin. From the set spot, Carthage was ready. Haley, 9-6. Fields from the back row. Kept alive momentarily, but under the net. And it's now 10-6 Carthage. Hireman over and wide. Again, 7 o'clock start for the second semifinal, Elmhurst and Wheaton. Brittany Truer serving. I'm Tim Calderwood with you tonight. Busy weekend here on Blue Jay TV. Regular season football action tomorrow. Immediately followed by the CCIW's tournament championship match, 11-7. Of course, there's also wrestling tomorrow as well, bright and early, 10 a.m. Yeah, it's a busy day. Timeout, 11-7, 5th set on Blue Jay TV. Carthage serving out of the timeout. And Jade Becker able to put it down. Molly Facer serving. Short attempt from Romanowski. Here's Krajek. Audrey Krajek with 28 kills in this one, 67 total attempts. And we've got a timeout for Carthage. Decisive fifth set wrapping up on Blue Jay TV. Well, Millikin coming back here in the fifth. This might not be over by any stretch. Carthage came out strong, 5-1, looked like they were in position to dominate. But with the season on the line in the CCIW tournament today, you never know what to expect. Hireman off the pause. Set up for Krajek, who owns 28 kills today. Coming back at Krajek again. And just a single point separating Carthage and Millikin here in the deciding fifth set. And it's pounded home by Ann Stoudinger. Crowd starting to arrive for the second semifinal as well, again scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. Krajek off the pause, set over and falling in. 13-10. And Krajek yet again. The Halkinen serving. It was tipped. Match point for Carthage. 3 of them in a row. Hannah Cahoon to serve, but first a late substitution for the Big Blue. Cahoon, who owns 26 digs today, can put Carthage into the championship match. Carthage was upset by Wheaton in the semifinals last year. And Millikin keeps it alive with a block. Not over yet, but another match point for Carthage, and that's 4 hits. Timeout. Carthage will try again to end this match when we come back on Blue Jay TV. Third straight match point for Carthage. 5th set of the CCIW Volleyball Tournament semifinals. Audrey Krajek serving for Millikin. The Big Blue have a chance to knot it up. Short serve, free ball. And Carthage came over the top, that's the call. This match will continue. Leanne Ulmer pleads her case. Apparently Karen Chin was the guilty party as she was right there as well. It's a race to 2. And now Millikin has a match point. The Big Blue had a chance to go up 2-0 in the second. Carthage thwarted the opportunity, scored 3 straight to win. The Big Blue fended off 3 straight match points and now have one of their own. And we'll continue on the kill from Ann Stoudinger. Stoudinger serving as well. That was in. Miranda Court, and match point for Millikin. The second opportunity for the Big Blue to try and close out. Erica Wilson serving. Fields tucked it around, and Millikin has won. An incredible 5-set match between Millikin and Carthage in the opener of this CCIW volleyball tournament. 25-19, 25-27, 21-25, 25-23, and 17-15. The final score, Millikin with the victory, 27-10, to meet the winner of our next matchup between Elmhurst and Wheaton. We'll have that one for you in a half an hour, so we are a touch behind schedule tonight due to the length of our opener. But don't worry, should be another exciting matchup coming from Elmhurst in the CCIW Volleyball Tournament. For our entire crew, I'm Tim Calderwood. We'll talk to you in a bit.